Welcome dear friends, welcome to Flower Factor, the Facebook page. Again, another house-made movie. I think it will be fun, nice technique. When you use the metal wire, we're just gonna take out a piece, maybe about 2 meters, something like that, 3 meters. And what we're gonna do is basically make little loops using a PVC tube, and we just go around, and every now and then, about this distance, we create a nice small loop, and we turn it together like this. And this is already fun, easy, and it will help us later on in working with the flowers. Of course we can turn the wire, but we can also turn the tube, because if you have a certain length, you see it already, then this wire will get connected to each other and it will be a big mess. That's the fun thing of curls. So we just make about 8, 9, maybe 10 loops. One more. The nice thing is that with this technique, I'm going to show you, it's very easy to create nice constructions, frames that you can reuse. Just going to place this here. I have this metal base. They use it to get old plants out of containers, and we're going to do the same with this one, but then bigger. Be back in a moment. I'm back. And basically what we're going to do is just cover it completely with wire, making a lot of crossings with the wire. And of course the trick is to get a certain amount of strength in this frame almost that we're creating, not worrying it too much about how the wire is going and if it's really neat, or I'm just trying to create a nice structure. So I'm really trying to make crossings like this, that each wire will support the other wire. And this will take you about 10 meters of wire, I think. Maybe a little bit less. Of course that depends on how thick and how close you want this structure to be. Then I'm connecting it just by turning it together. Now let's see if it will work, because of course we want this thing to get off. And sometimes it will go easy, and sometimes it will go a little bit more difficult. We're not worrying about it. We have a cool frame, so this one will take us out of our area. So now we have a nice frame. What we're then going to do is go through with the wire we made before, just connecting it, and we can make it a little bit more stronger, and just going round. Also on the inside, just trying to give the loops the place they need. I'm just bending some inside, some are outside, and we can always create more loops, because sometimes when we make the loops we need to have a nice composition, and sometimes the angles are not really the way we want. So also when things fall, it will happen. I mean, these are just simple, nice movies. And I'm back. So we just take a few more loops. And the nice thing is that, of course, this is just to show you, I hope within 10 minutes, a nice technique. Connecting it again, making the shape strong. And with the ends we can just get it a little bit round, so we really almost like waving and plaiting the wire through, and just give it a good connection, because of course it has to be technically okay, it has to be perfect. Everything we make, everything that leaves our shop, is bought by a customer, it has to be perfect, because it's your business card. So we have a nice shape like this, and then of course we're gonna add some tubes, and we just can clamp them in the holes that we already made. And maybe you have too much holes, I wouldn't worry about it. Again, it's showing you the technique, nothing more than that. But it's already a nice, very light, airy construction. The nice thing with the wires, we can easily create it, we can easily bend it and shape it, so it works really nice. We're going to use some nice chrysanthemum flowers, just very simple, because what's also important to know is that when we have a good base, a good concept, we can use all kinds of flowers. But in this case, I like the color of this very nice one. Of course, I'm picking out the big ones. And the small ones we can use for something else. And this already looks really fun, I think. I'm just going to add some more, give it a little bit of a fluffy appearance, because it's also important to find a contrast in your work. So use materials that can combine really nice, but also use materials that bring a nice contrast in your work. We can take another piece of wire and we have some of these dried fruits. We can easily thread them. Again, it's playing. It's always about having fun. The more you enjoy your work, the more your work will grow. People will see that back into your work. And of course sometimes it's struggling and sometimes it's not easy. But always try to find your moments that you really enjoy. And it's not always easy when you're running a shop and things that need to be done are not always the most fun things, but everyone has it. So now I just thread them, and I'm just going over it, through it, and again trying to just create a nice movement, an extra structure almost, a nice detail. Of course we can use the metal wire to fix everything, but we can also clamp it between, make little loops to fix it. We can use this small pieces of wood and clamp them between the wires, as long as you know and make sure that everything is fixed in a proper way. We can use the loops that don't have a tube and just give them a small piece of wood, and again twisting it, turning it, waving it, plating it. It has to be your design, it has to carry your signature. Maybe a few fibergrasses, we just make a little loop, and we do that 2 times. These dry in very nice, so we can use them dry. And of course we can just get them inside the tube as well, going between the wire, again clamping them, waving them between. And it's just a movement, it's just a detail. So I'm going to do that 2 times. And for me this is always fun. It's creating, it's having fun, it's trying to have fun, trying to create something that is in your mind and turn it into real. So I hope you will try this technique. I hope you like the result. Try it with different flowers, the same flowers, whatever you like. And I hope to see you next time here on Flower Factor. So keep on enjoying, creating with a smile, and have a great day. So thank you. Bye.